If you would like to learn how to build a fully featured functioning membership site like this one that generates passive income in less than an hour, just check out this video. Stay tuned. Okay, so for the theme of my website, I'm going to use Divi, which is, if you don't know, the most popular paid theme in the world, because it's just so easy to use and has so many features that makes it just so simple to design websites with. If you guys are interested in learning more about Divi, there will be a link at the bottom. But for now, let's continue. So I'll go to Appearance, Themes, and I'm going to load my Divi and install. And there we go. Divi has been successfully installed. I'll activate it. And here we go. Divi has been installed. Alright, so let's get started with Divi. First thing we're going to do is create a page. And I'm going to delete this sample page. That comes with the install of WordPress. And I believe Divi puts in this privacy policy, so that's awesome. And let's go ahead and add a new page. And we're going to create our home page. So we'll call this one Home. And over here, I am going to use the Divi Builder. Those of you not familiar with the Divi Builder, it's an awesome layout tool to make your website so much more awesome. So let's go ahead and use the Divi Builder. And on here, I am going to load a layout, and you're going to see exactly why this is such a time saver. And on here with Divi, I can pretty much select a pre-made look or layout appearance. So what I'm going to choose here is let's go with food and drink, since this is our kind of the theme of our website. And well, farmers market looks kind of good. That's what we're exactly doing, is something like a farmers market. So if we click on here, we can view all the layouts. See, as you can see on here, there's all of the pages here that's kind of pre-made for you already, which is awesome. So this is our home page, and we will select Home. And that's how it's going to look. You can also view the live demo or just use this layout. For us, I like it, so I'm going to use this layout. And I'm going to put in my username and API key here. Okay, I have entered my username and API key, and now it brings me back. And as you can see on here, it pretty much created everything for us already. And as you can see on here, the Divi Builder, there's a couple of structures. There's a couple of ways you can navigate through this. This is pretty much the layout structure, and what we want is the let me see. Okay, we want to build on the front end, and this will give us the what you see, what you get, or a WYSIWYG editor appearance. And I will just start building, and as you can see on here, bam, this is our website already. Awesome, isn't it? Okay, so this is what will be our base, and I'm going to just save it here by publishing it on this side. And if you want, see, we can go back and look at our structure again, but it's easier just to edit this way. So right now, let's keep it like this, and let's go back to the root. So go back to Pages, and there's our home, and it has been published. So let's go ahead and see if we can preview this again. And there is the preview of our homepage. Awesome, isn't it? It's right there, all done. Nice pictures and everything. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and just complete the build out of our other pages, pretending we're a real business. So we'll go back to pages. And let's go ahead and create, you know, the rest. An about page and so on. So we'll call this one about. And we'll use a Divi builder again. And we'll load from we'll load our layout again. And we'll go ahead and select, you know, about. And then we'll publish this. And let's go ahead and add the contact page. So we'll add a new page. Same thing. Load layout. And we'll publish this. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to add one more page, and this one will be, where we're going to, I would like to list my articles or events or secrets or whatever that we'll be selling, you know, from our membership website. So it'd be like, you know, the information that we'll be selling to entice prospective members. I'll call this one Selling Secrets. This is where the information that we have for our members only, and we'll give our prospective members a sneak peek at the information. I'll show you how that works. But for now, this will be the Selling Secrets page where we're going to entice potential members to come on board. And we'll do the same thing. Use the Divi builder, load layout. Same thing here. And as you can see on here, this events layout has the layout and the look that I want. It has our heading up here, then has these icons here, which looks like that would be event. And this is where we can give users information about you know, or how to secretly sell in our farmers market. So we'll use this layout. And then we'll publish. And we pretty much have, you know, the backbone of our website here for our membership farmers market website. So let's go to pages. And I like these. So we got about, contact, home, privacy policies, sales and selling secrets. So let's go ahead and build our menu now that we have you know, the main components of our website. So let's go to appearance, menus, and we'll create a new menu. We'll call this the primary menu. There you go. Create menu. And we're going to associate this primary menu to the primary location with our theme. So I'm going to check that box there. And I'm going to, over here, include these pages, except a sales page, on our primary menu. So I'm going to organize this. So we'll put home first, selling secrets, about, and then contact. Something like that. So I'm going to save the menu. Alright, so this is good enough to get started. So let's go ahead and preview our website again. So if we go back to here, manage with live preview. So if we go here to our preview page, as you can see on here, we have our new menu already up here and ready to go. So click on selling secrets. This will be the content where our prospective members for our farmers market will come in, and I'm going to change, instead of having these events here, I'm going to put in, real information here. Let's say selling secrets on how to sell at the farmers market. So if they want this secret premium content, they'll have to join our membership website to get access. Pretty cool, huh? All right. All right, so let's give this one a final touch. Let's put in the logo for our website. So we'll go back to my blog. Under Divi, you have all the theme options. And logo is right there, so I'm going to upload my logo. And there's my logo. So I'll just tag it here for SEO purposes. So we'll just save changes. Alright, so with our website up, let's go ahead and install Paid Membership Pro. And this is the membership plugin that we'll use to build our membership website around. So to do that, let's go ahead and go to Plugins. And I'm just going to update that and delete some of these default plugins that WordPress installs. And we'll add a new plugin. Just type in membership up here in the search. And pretty much these top three are the popular ones right now in WordPress. The only problem why I don't recommend Ultimate Member or WP Members membership is these two, they don't have a payment gateway. So I mean, what is the point of really creating a membership site if you can't really charge users for it? It's only for pretty much information and things like that, maybe a form or whatever, but those, they have their own plugin. So to me, these two aren't that useful. I'd rather go with Paid Membership Pros. And this has a free version as well, so don't be fooled by the name paid. So Paid Membership Pro actually has a free version as well, and it has the payment gateway on there, and that's what I recommend. So I'm going to install this one. And we'll activate that. And as you can see on here, it's recommended, but you don't really have to unless you want to do some really, fancy stuff or very feature-intensive stuff that you need additional plugins or features for. But for our demonstration and for most users, I think you can get away with just the default and free version as I have here. So just a quick glance of what's here. As you can see on here, it will install this membership menu over here on the side, and then you can pretty much go in here and configure and tweak everything that has to do with Paid Membership Pro here. You have a sales and revenue dashboard here, recent members, recent orders. Let's see, down here, membership stats, and views, visits, and logins. So, pretty good for what you get here for a free version. So let's go ahead and just briefly go over this. As you can see on here, here's the dashboard, and I just showed you that. So if we click on Members tab. Alright, so as you can see on here, Members will show you, obviously, the list of all your members. Let's go to Orders. And on here, you will see recent orders and things like that. Reports. And reports is reporting, so it show you, visits, sales, membership stats, kind of what the dashboard shows. Settings, and this is where you can configure discount codes, special pages, payment gateways, email, advance, and so on. So let's go ahead and click through discount codes. And here you can create or add a new discount code. So let's just add one right now. So we'll add a new discount code and we'll call it, there's a code, start date, and uses. So we'll call the code, 25 off TPM for Tacoma Park Market. So there's our code, and for expiration date, it will never expire, so we'll just put in 20, well, it will expire in about 11 years, but we'll expire in 2030, and we'll just use leave blank for unlimited uses. Okay, one note here is that we can't apply this coupon yet to any group because we didn't create a group yet, but once we create a membership level group, we can apply this coupon code to it, and that's where you can configure things like how many % off and things like that, and that'll show up right down there where it says which level will this code apply to. And we'll save a code. So there you go, we have right now a coupon code. Next we'll go with pages. The pages here are pretty much the membership pages that you need, right, for like registration, login, cancel membership, things like that. All the pages that are necessary for a membership site. And what we want to do here is we want them to generate the pages for me. So on the dashboard, just one note, on the dashboard you could have done that yourself by just clicking on this generate membership pages here, but let's go back to settings and we'll just do it through there. And so let's generate the pages for me. And once we clicked on that, as you can see, it generated the account page, billing, cancel, checkout, confirmation, invoice, and levels. We'll just save. And there you go, there's our standard membership pages all ready to go. Alright, next is payment gateway and SSL. We'll click on that. And as you can see on here, payment gateway, I'm just going to leave for testing only, but you can obviously integrate this with all of these pretty much popular features nowadays for website checkout and payment gateway. Stripe, PayPal, Authorize, Braintree, to checkout, CyberSource. And we'll leave it for sandbox testing because this is obviously just a demo. And we'll leave it in US currency, accept credit card types. We'll do those. And you can put in your sales tax information, SSL. My website is already SSL enabled, as you can see up here, HTTPS. But if you need to configure that, you can do it here as well. And we're good with that, so let's go ahead and go to email. With email, you can have the by default your system generates emails from your pretty much your WordPress at yourdomain.com. This is your administrative account for this WordPress website. But if you want, you can also override that by putting in your specific emails here. So everything here I'll just leave alone, but from name I'll put in I'll put in something like info at Tacoma Park Market. And everything down here you can kind of just leave default. When a member checks out, it goes send the site admin email, so it's going to send emails to pretty much you, the admin, about all of these activities. When someone cancels, when they've made a change, and when they change their billing, things like that. So we'll click on Save Settings. And let's go to Advanced. As you can see on here, these are the special messages for different types of users. For people who are not members, they're going to get this piece of content here. This content is for members only, and it's going to show you the levels there of what level your membership can be, and so on down here. This is for people who are not logged in. This is for RSS feeds, which we're not going to worry about right now. All right, so down here, ads, CAPTCHA. So obviously you know what a CAPTCHA is. You can put this on there so that people or robots that try to join or go through your forms and stuff will have to enter in a captcha so that you don't get spam with, a lot of unnecessary garbage. Last one is required terms of service on signups. We'll put yes, but let's see if we have our terms of service here. We don't yet, so let's go ahead and create a terms of service, and we'll just assign it right now. So we go back to pages. I'll add a new page, and I'll put terms of service. And for terms of service, we'll just use the standard builder for now. Just put in content on there. Actually, we'll just publish it right now just to have a blank page there. We can fill that with real information later. So now we have a terms of service page. And let's close this, and we'll go back over here, and if I refresh, I should have that in there. I'll change that back, and I'll change this to terms of service. Save settings, and that's it for settings. Now let's see what's on with add-ons. Okay, so here's all these special add-ons or features for Paid Membership Pro. As you can see on here, some of these were installed by WordPress, and these for hiding admin bar, import users, and down here with PM Pro Plus, these are the features that are with the Paid Membership Pro platform. All right, so let's scroll down here a little, and you can tell pretty much what is paid and what's available just by looking at this column here under add-on name, and underneath the feature itself you see either install now or update license, right? So that pretty much tells you what you need to pay for and what's available. Alright guys, so let's get started with creating the membership level. If we go back to our dashboard, you see that this is the first thing you should do when you have this application platform installed, is create a membership level. So that's what we'll do. Let's click on that. And this is essentially, what your premium buyers will be getting into, is this level at the premium level. So that's what we'll be doing here. So what we'll do is we'll call this group premium members. And description is what this group is. So we'll call it or name it something like this: paid members of good enough. Confirmation message is, what you'll be letting them know once they sign up. Congratulations, welcome aboard. And down here's the billing details. So initial payment is, this is what they'll be paying just for this first initial payment, just to sign up and be a member. So it can be different from the reoccurring subscription, but for our example here, I think what we'll do is just make it $19.99 for the initial payment and make it reoccurring at the same price. And if you want to have a custom trial, for example, where they can just pay $0 for the first subscription, have a month free, then you do something like this. And or you can make it maybe just half price just to get them on board. So it'd be like $9.99 for the first month, and then reoccurring would be $19.99. But for us, we're not going to have a custom trial, so I'll leave that alone. And you can also disable new signups here. So if you check on this box, then you're going to pretty much put a cap on the membership and nobody else can sign up. Down here's membership expiration. If you check that, you can also expire it this way. And this is a little confusing because this and the billing cycle limit, you may think are kind of similar, and they are in a way, but this is for the billing cycle, and these are like days or what that you can set down here. So there's a little difference there. And we'll just save this level. And now, as you can see, we have our first premium members subscription level at $19.99 per month. and people can sign up. Okay, so to save more time, I went ahead behind the scenes and created a heading image for our website as well as a footer, and we'll continue. Alright, now that we have our header done, let's go ahead and now create the actual content of our membership site. So to do that, remember we're going to hide that under the selling secrets. And the intent here is when someone goes here, they're going to click on, we're going to put articles here. So let's say how to grow a pumpkin or something here, how to do a cooking class, and you know, how to cook potato or something like that, how to make the best salsa or what. So to do that, we pretty much have a template here already, right? Remember from the events of the farmers market template for Divi. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to put content behind here, and what we're going to do is click on this registration, and that'll go to the actual article, and that's where we're going to encourage people to sign up to our membership site. So to do that, let's go ahead and get some real content. So let's go ahead and search something like let me get out of here first and go back to my editor. Alright, so to do that, I'm going to start a new tab, and I will go over here to Google and search for something like how to grow the biggest pumpkin. How's that? So now let's just go ahead and find a website. Modern Farmer looks good, and we'll steal a little content here, and let's go ahead and just copy this. Wow, that's a lot of content. Okay, so that's good enough. You get the idea. So we'll copy that. We'll go over here and let's create a new page, and we'll call it add a new page. And this will be our actual membership content. So what we're going to do here is enter title, how to grow the biggest pumpkin. And we're just going to paste our content in there. And it looks something like that. But I'm going to remove the video here. And I'll remove this logo there. And this is good. And so let's do this. Let me see. Okay, this looks good. So we'll go ahead and we'll just publish this. I want to use my theme for this, so I'm going ahead and use the Divi builder here. Now use my existing content, and I'll build on the front end. Okay, so now this will actually be content that I want. So down here, I guess I'll add my footer again. There it is. And up here, I'll add my header. So I'll add it here. So now there you, oops. There you go. We'll click and drag. Place it up here. So there's my header. How to grow the biggest pumpkin. And let's go ahead and edit that. We'll remove the button. And there you have it. Instant article, instant branding. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and save this. And let's just do one more article. So let's go ahead and go over here and we'll think of something here. How to sell at farmers market. Something like that. Okay, so we'll steal this content just like we did before. And that's good enough. And let's go back over here and we're going to go back to pages. And we'll create a new page. How to sell at farmers markets. We use Divi theme builder. Okay, and now let's go ahead and we'll add our content there, so it's just text. All right, so there it is, and we'll build on the front end. Okay, so now we have our content in the middle. Let's go ahead and add our footer and our header. There's the footer. And there's a header. Move that up. There you go. How to sell at farmers markets. And we'll remove the buttons. And we'll save this page or publish. All right, there you go, instant content. So let's now go back and edit the selling secrets page. All right, so let's go to pages and selling secrets. Edit the front end. And we'll just go ahead and update this information here. So pretty much this will be a collection of our selling secrets for, member only content. So we'll let the non-members be able to view our awesome content here, but they will not be able to access it without becoming a member first. So let's go ahead and update this content to the pages that we created earlier. So this one will be the how to grow. Click this out of the way. The biggest pumpkin. And over here would be how to sell at farmers market. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we have the titles here for our content. We're going to update this, and instead of saying registration info, I wanted to say something along the lines of click here to read. We'll be a little nicer and say members content. Something like that. And for the link, we'll link it to the page, which was how to sell at farmers markets. And we'll just paste that in there. And we'll do the same over here. So I'm going to copy this again. Go over here to this side. And same thing. Click here to read members content, and we'll link it to how to grow the biggest pumpkin. All right. So now we have our selling secrets page mapped to our premium content in the back end. Let's go ahead and save this. And let's go back to WordPress and back to pages. And what we're going to do here is we're going to right now secure those two pieces of premium content that we created earlier. So how to grow the biggest pumpkin. Once we're in here with Pay Membership Pro, it comes with this require membership checkbox over here, where you can pretty much secure content that you don't want non-members to be able to access. So for this one, by default, it's not checked. I was playing around and I checked it earlier. So we want to check this. And once we check this now, users who didn't log in, they won't be able to read this. So we'll update that. Now let's go back to pages. And we'll go to how to sell at farmers markets. And we'll do the same thing. So on here, over here, down on the require membership box here, we're going to check this for premium members only, and we'll update. And just to give you an idea of how this works, I'm going to launch my other browser, and if we're here at the root, and we want to go selling secrets. And as you can see on here, we have our new pieces of content. And if we were to click to read members content here, you get this, right? It says this content is for premium members only, and the non-members will have to log in or register. If they register, they'll go to our page where we sell them our membership levels. And I believe if they go to log in, let's see what they see on here just to confirm. So if they go back to selling secrets and they click here read members content, they don't have access to it, so they can log in. And once they log in here, they will need to log in as a member account, right? So right now this person doesn't have an account or is not a member, so they can't see the content, which is working exactly the way we want. Okay, so here's what we're going to do next. We're going to right now pretend that we're a non-user or non-member and we want to register to become a member of the website. So let's go ahead and do that. Show you the real user experience. So if they go back to selling secrets and they're just piqued by this article on how to grow the biggest pumpkin, and they want to click here to read the members content, and they don't have access to it because they're not a member, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to register. And so now it takes them to our membership levels page, and it says here, for access to our premium content, please select the plan below and join. So we only have one plan here, premium members, and it's $19.99 a month, and we're going to select that. And once we select that, it will bring us to our checkout page. And once we're here, obviously I didn't integrate this with a real payment gateway, but just for testing purposes, remember we had the sandbox checked or selected when we were creating that membership level. or the payment gateway we're configuring, that we left it just default with the sandbox. So that's why we're seeing this dialog box here, but we can still proceed and test. So pretend that we're here and let's put in a username. So username, we'll type in something like test dudette. Password will be something. And username, since it's a username, let's make it without the space. That's just not a good practice. We'll just go dudette as a username. Email address would be dudette@test.com. dudette@test.com. dudette test 567 address way. City would be, of course, any city. California. That'd be okay. And I don't think this is mandatory, so we won't enter a phone number. Card number, let's go ahead and find, I'm just going to go over here and grab you can just type in something along the lines of fake credit card number or what, and you can find information on testing credit card and their numbers. Obviously, those are just for testing purposes because they're formatted in the way that a credit card should be, right? So I found one, and I'm just going to go and put in something like that. And discount code. See, here we can apply our discount code. Remember, earlier we created a discount code, and we could have applied it here if we wanted to. But for now, we'll just leave that alone. Terms of service. This will display our terms of service page. Remember, we created a terms of service page, and we didn't have any information on there, so that's why it's left blank. So we'll agree to the terms of service, and we'll submit and check out. What I believe was supposed to happen here was, I think it was supposed to redirect us to the confirmation page, but it may be because we're using the test in a sandbox scenario, and not a real credit card, and not going through the real billing process. So that's probably why. Anyways, let's see if the account was created. So let's go back to WordPress, and if we go to membership and members, there it is right there. There's my test account that I just logged in with. Awesome. Okay, so now if we were to go back to the browser that's live, and we log in now with that account, so if we went to Selling Secrets and we clicked here to read the members content and we log in, hopefully this will work. And it was dudette. And there you go. It logged us into the back end, and we're in. So if we go back here, and we try to read the content again, and there it is. There's our premium content. There you go. It's all there. So if we go back and do the same with the other piece, there it is. How to sell at farmers markets. Awesome. Alright, so here's one thing I didn't like is when somebody logged in, if you can recall, you saw the back end of WordPress, and No real professional sites sees the back end of WordPress. That's just unprofessional. Meaning this, right? This is the user right now for Dudette, and she logged in, and she saw the end of WordPress. I mean, what is this? Nobody can understand what this is. This is just not something you want to put up. So what we're going to do is we're going to fix this. I would recommend fixing this, and I'll show you how to do that. So to do that, let's go back to the back end of WordPress, and let's go to Plugins. And what we need to do is install a plugin that will help redirect, after somebody logs in to the root of the website instead of going and seeing that ugly back end of WordPress. And there is a plugin to add. So let's go ahead and add new and just type in login, logout. And what we want is, let me see. We want this one here, login, then logout by Cartpauj. So let's install that. Activate. And once we do that, let's go ahead and see if we can configure that. So go to settings, login or logout. And as you can see, here are your settings here. Here's the login page, which is WP login. And once they log in, it's going to redirect them right now to the root of the website. You can make that any page you want. And then you just save the settings here. So we enable that now. And let's go back to our testing website and log out and log back in and see what happens. So right now I'm going to log out. The root of the website again, and just to prove to you, we'll click on Selling Secrets, and if we click on one of these premium content pieces, it's going to ask to log in. So right there, so we're going to log in, and when we log in now, again, we shouldn't be taken to that ugly back end of WordPress. And there you go, we're logged in. Now that we're logged in again, if we go back to Selling Secrets, and we click on a piece of premium content, there we are, everything again. It's all there. All right, now you may have noticed that we have another problem on our hands if we're a user. Sometimes they want to log out, so where the heck do you go in to log out? And to do that, let's go back to our WordPress website. And if we go back to the menu, that login, logout setting that we plugin we just enabled there, it comes with a menu feature. So if you go down here, you can click or check on this login, logout, and we'll add that to the menu so that people can just log in or log out from the menu without, going into a page that they don't have access to, or they can't log out at all because, there's no place to log out. So let's go ahead and enable that, and we'll click Save. All right, so now we go back to our website, and we refresh. Now, see, as you can see up here, there's a logout with the menu up here. So let's go ahead and log out. And now we're logged out. So we can log in now if we want. And we don't need to go through the content or the login button through the hard way. But here's another thing here. This login page here, to me, is pretty ugly, and I think we can do better. So let's do this. Let's go back to WordPress backend, and let's go back to plugins, and let's add a new plugin, and just type in login, And when we search, what we want to find is I think this one here, custom login page by WPBrigade. We're going to install that. And activate. And now let's go ahead and LoginPress, customizing the WordPress login. Let's go ahead and go to settings. And on here, let's see, everything else is customizable through the WordPress customizer. Everything here you can pretty much just kind of leave default. I think it doesn't, by default, I think it's fine the way it is. So we'll just click on this WordPress customizer. And now it added a background to our default login, but we can change this a little bit. So if you hover over these little pencil looking things, you can edit these items. So we're going to click on that. We'll change the logo. We'll add our logo in there. And we can make our logo wider or smaller, I believe. And maybe that one's a little too wide. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and change image. And let's find a smaller one if we have one. There you go. This is a smaller logo, so I'm going to select that one. And I will resize that. Oh, that looks good right there. And then if we go over here, we can change the background. So let's change the background to something that's more appropriate of our website. As you can see on here, it has some default backgrounds here that you can choose. Whatever floats your boat. For me, I'll select a custom one. And let's try these pumpkins. And that fits the theme of my website. So I'm happy with that. And let's publish. And now let's go and test that. So we're back over here to the WP login where we left off. If we refresh, there it is. So we log in again. It redirects us back to the root of the website, and we can log out up here, and now we have access to our premium content again. There you go. Awesome. So the last thing we may want to add here is a place for these members to, review their membership and cancel if they want, right? If you can recall. So let's go and go back to the back end. If we go back to WordPress, I believe in the menus area is where we can add the additional pages. So as you can see on here, membership account, and let's go to membership levels is where the member can go in and cancel their subscription if they want. So let's go ahead and I think it's just membership account. That's all you need. We'll go ahead and add that to our menu. And let's go ahead and save that. And test it again. So we refresh over here. There it is. There's our membership account login or link. And if we click on that, we should see our membership information. So right now, as a member, I can cancel if I want. And I can view membership options, which is these. And I think I pretty much have everything I care about if I'm a member. So let's go back here. Let's do a quick test here. What happens if we log out, right? So right now I'm going to log out. So right now I'm just I'm not a member. I'm just browsing in as anyone out there. And what happens if I click a membership account? If I click a membership account, as you can see, it just forwarded me to membership levels where I can buy access to the website, which is perfect. Well, that's it, folks. I want to thank you for your time for watching this tutorial on how to create a membership website with the Paid Memberships Pro platform or plugin. Now, if you want to take this to the next level, like to earn a passive income and learn from someone with over 20 years of experience in creating membership sites, generating like about $11,000 a day, and can show you how to research and put together a successful membership website, with new advanced technology, marketing, automation, so that you can pretty much just generate a passive income. Just look down below in the description. I have a link for you if you want. I also have a link on the Divi WordPress theme here if you're interested. It makes your job so much easier. I'd rather save time by spending a little, couple of dollars here and there versus creating everything from scratch and having to piece everything together. So everything will be down there for you in the description. Thank you for your time and have a great day.